Yo, what up? It's your boy, the Card Creator, back at it again with another video. Okay, so I want to talk to you about, online stuff, okay? Can I talk to you about that for a little bit, okay? I know it's not the fun thing that you want to be hearing, but hear me out. This has reasoning. So, I already talked about how I got hacked on Valentine's Day, all that stuff, right? I even put it into Epic Games, like bug system on Fortnite communities, okay? Even stating failure to protect users' accounts, violations of consumer protection laws, and breach of contract. Go figure, okay? One sec. So yeah, um, there have been multiple people, such as this guy. I'm not, no one knows his real name, obviously, but like no one cares about his real name. I just feel like this is an issue, okay? We got stop the cloud. I'm getting annoyed, yada, yada, yada. Thinking I'm doing it for the cloud. One of my friends, no, it wasn't even one. It was like more than one. It was like three. Heck, he threatened four people. And this guy's literally, literally saying, stop the false attention. You know what I do? State that it's not for false attention. Literally, I even bring up how Epic Games deletes bug reports. Bug reports. Hate to break it to you. Like basically, I even stated how they have an AI emailing me. By that I mean it seems like AI responses, like literally pinpointing one part of the conversation instead of the whole conversation itself. That's what I mean. I even stated that they will probably do nothing about it, which is the worst part. Okay? You, worst part about this is I even talk about people getting their money stolen, you know? All that. Deleted by the community owner. I never got. Okay, that's new. Don't know how the community owner deleted that one. But yeah, like I basically talked about this. Used his own words against him, by the way. Where I said, "Stop the cloud. I'm getting annoyed. Stop. Just stop." That's why I stated this user's been stating. You know, you're saying this and don't need to say anything. Literally stating that exactly. You don't even need to go to bug reports, which is true. This is mainly for bug reports. Why don't you stop? I meant to put a question mark there. I just noticed that. I even tried to compare him to Jake Paul or Logan Paul. No offense to Jake Paul or Logan Paul. I just want to protect the Fortnite community. You want to know what this guy says? The reason why I said that you are doing this for clout is because you are both existent and trying to delete Fortnite's existence. Hate to break it to you, never stated that in my whole entire argument at all. I did not say anything about deleting Fortnite's existence. I was trying to fight against the hackers by explaining to Epic Games why it was wrong that the hackers are there. Also, bringing in some legal trouble that they could be in. This player also says, stop now. Also, anything else that answers your other question, AI bots do not know how to use this trash. Please know how to get into an argument when you want to say, protect the Fortnite community, when in reality you are deleting it because it's being deleted. Deletion will start because of you. Not the best thing. Here's the problem with that. Okay, answer me this. Okay, anyone answer me this. How stupid does that sound? I'm not trying to be toxic, I'm not trying to be mean, I'm not trying to be angered or anything. In full-fledged calm response. How does that make sense? How does that make sense? Literally, me trying to stop hackers from stealing money, personal information, all that. And this guy says I'm deleting Fortnite's existence. How in the world does that make sense? In what universe does that make sense? Well, then I had this here. Now, there is technically an argument of the hackers being literally a part of the Fortnite community, but basically what I go on here is stating how they could be using ChatGPT to answer responses. Not to mention, they might have their own AI answering responses. I've even stated how an Epic Games employee could have put a player's response into ChatGPT and asked ChatGPT to respond to said response, and the response would only focus on one pinpoint instead of every single part of the response, because there could be multiple parts of a response. Okay? I've also explained how this player put their own twist on what I was saying, trying to use my own words against me, but I thought about these responses, all of them. And hate to break it to you, those responses were actually pretty good, because, in other words, no offense, his arguments are kind of bad. No offense, okay? Because, let me elaborate on that. Literally, I've been saying that about these hackers being able to steal money, private information, personal information. Not to mention, the hackers are usually on Epic Games launcher when doing this. I figured out where the hacker that hacked my account was playing on, and I mean what device he was playing on, and not exactly what device, but like if it was a PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, or even on the Epic Games launcher. Hate to break it to you, it was Epic Games launcher. Makes sense. To a face crap either, like part of my language. What I'm trying to say is, and yet this guy's stating people like me are going to be deleting Fortnite's existence. Hate to break it to you. Let me elaborate. What do you mean by Fortnite's existence? One, because are you meaning actual Fortnite's existence or the old Fortnite existence and how the new meta is coming into play? Or are you talking about Fortnite as a whole, like the game itself, and how it's going to be gone on? Because, hate to break it to you, none of my responses involve that. Literally. Okay? Not to mention, this guy was saying, "Stop the cloud, I'm getting annoyed, stop, just stop." Like, saying that over and over and over again. And this response is literally the first response he actually had that's not bad. And yet the worst part is, it's not even a good argument. Hate to break it to you. Because you're stating someone that is trying to literally stop this whole okay, this whole problem that's happening. Epic Games could use AI to respond to players. You understand that. They have a computer. They can ask ChatGPT. They could ask the internet to write a response. They could use multiple AI platforms, is the worst part, and get a response like that. So this person literally is not thinking straight so far. Okay. Oh, and like you can literally. I've argued with this person. Is the worst part, and just with this, and most of the their responses are just the same thing over and over and over again. This one, the last one, was kind of a better argument, but the problem with that is they could use an AI platform to respond. Not to mention, they could use their phone to answer the response. Not to mention. And here's the best part. This guy says, like, people like me, ones that are fighting against the hackers, trying to explain to these companies that hackers being there are just not good at all. They could literally be in deeper water. And that's not actual deep water, because I know some people are going to be like, they're not water. Okay? Trust me, that's not what I mean. Okay? What I mean is they could be even, like, in even more trouble. What I'm trying to say is, this guy's argument is not even sound at all. Like, here's the worst part. Making sure the hackers don't hack onto someone's account helps protect both personal and financial information. You are trying to protect the people that want to steal personal and private information from the rest of the Fortnite community. Isn't that right? You want a hacker to blackmail people on Fortnite. Yeah, that's the worst part. I have stated that in response because that makes sense. Because this guy's sounding like he's protecting the hackers and not helping them just stop hacking entirely. He's trying to help the hacker situation instead of damage the hacker situation. By damage, I mean I'm trying to stop the hacker situation entirely. But here's my favorite part. Stay in school. Yeah. Hate to break it to you. This guy thought of so many responses. Is what you're thinking. But no, I've thought more responses than him in this argument. And yet, here we are. The reason why I said that, you're doing, like, really, you're blaming people that are trying to stop the hackers. I didn't even go over this part yet. If you noticed, most of my responses have a thumbs up. Okay? You think I put them there? No. If anything, I literally just kept it the way it was. Confirmation. No thumbs up here. Don't know why. But literally, there are some people like this, okay? They're supporting the hackers. I don't know if they're hackers themselves or not. But they're thinking to themselves, you're ruining the Fortnite community. I'm not... am I affecting the game in any way, shape, or form, other than trying to take care of the hackers? Literally, that's going to help protect the game even more. Help advance 2FA, all that stuff. And yet, here we are. What I'm trying to say to you people, that are watching my videos, like, plus y'all are amazing, by the way. Make sure to, one, stay safe online. Make sure to have every single 2FA that you need on there. Make sure that's to keep it safe. Two, keep an eye out for hackers. If you do see a hacker, make sure to report that immediately. I recommend also emailing the company just in case. And most importantly, if you are even reporting bug reports on like sites like Epic Games communities, for example, yeah, and there's someone arguing for those hackers, and they state stuff like this, you can easily win this, trust me. So yeah, in other words, there are people like this thinking they're staying the right ways, is because they're like, oh, you're deleting Fortnite. You're deleting Fortnite just by existing. You want Fortnite deleted. Like, stuff like that. Okay? I'm not trying to. Oh my god, that voice was so bad. Okay. What I'm trying to say is, they're trying to argue, and they have no reasoning behind it. They have no reasoning. They just said, oh, you don't know how to argue. AI bots do not know how to use this trash. So you admit that Epic Games 2FA is trash. So, one, hackers can easily hack onto it. You're proving my point that Epic Games 2FA is bad. Two, you know ChatGPT is a thing, right? And that they can literally paste responses in and then get a response. Third of all, no offense. Here's my question. Did you even try to do this? That's why I'm asking. Did you even try going on to Epic Games Player Support and doing this? The answer is most likely going to be no. Because not many people even know about Epic Games Player Support being a thing. From what I've known. Because, well, people's responses, oh, is it a thing? Like, literally, lots of people on Fortnite have literally been like, oh, is that actually a thing? They don't even know about Epic Games Player Support. So what I'm trying to say is, watch out for people that are literally saying you are the problem, all that. Don't let them get you down. Let those who just are cheering you up cheer you up. Like, just ignore the people that bring the hate and just march on through with joyous intent, just trying to make the world a better place. You know? Okay, so yeah. That's basically it. That's all I have to talk about. Thanks again for watching the video. Sorry that this one was way longer than any of my other videos. See you later.